You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might
you
grab
are
a
looking
bat, I
at the
don't know, my
youngest
rap, my
and
blood
fastest
boils
rising
over
star
like,
in
oh God, here
professional
goes. I
wrestling
lost all
today.
feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you had shut the fuck up real bad.
Shut up.
Be the villain! And I have no problem at all, because I couldn't care less if you like me or not. I'm here for success, and there's no one more successful than Grayson Waller.
Yeah! Let me talk to you. War games. Awesome! You people.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Yes, we are back to the Ring Podcast. It is the SmackDown edition of the Watch Along. Good evening, everyone. I am Sports Jedi Kev, Don of the Watch Along. Tonight in the movie is Lamario from Mario Hockey Sports. What's going on, Mario?
What's going on? First wrestling stream in quite a long time. You know,
It is. With all the basketball playoffs and everything going on, we're right back at it, man. Let's go. SmackDown tonight. But before we get going, first and foremost, we show our respect for a legend that we lost, Jim Brown. Jim Brown, football legend, movie star, a civil rights activist, passed at his home in his sleep. May he rest in peace. May his family be strengthened and given the comfort in the loss of a loved one. So rest in peace, Mr. Jim Brown. And also, since we're in the wrestling world and we're talking on the topic as well, rest in peace, Mr. Superstar Billy Graham. Boy, I would love to go. I'm going to do a podcast of an audio only though on the life of Mr. Superstar Billy Jimmy Graham. What a phenomenal. Watching him as a kid, I saw him not when he did the Kung Fu gimmick. Right before that, my goodness, so many people took us from his gimmick and used it on their own. And my God, you have to really watch some of his matches to see what he was all about. That's a words cannot give you the right justice that he really meant to the wrestling world, and it kind of soured a little bit, and then he tried to get back and try to mend fences. He got into the Hall of Fame for the WWE, but what a life for Superstar Billy. Man, may he rest in peace, and his wife who with him by his side did a phenomenal job with him through ups and downs, and of course that's what happens when you have a great health mate in life. Phenomenal. So Mario, what would you like? Cody Rose says, what would you like to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, so tonight, of course, we're going to see Roman and Solo in the face-to-face with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and obviously it's going to take Roman Reigns about 20 minutes just to get to the ring, because that's what he does.
I know. Hello, Miss Rosa de Paz. Can you watch the tea? Don't know what you meant by it. Do you know what that means? Can you watch the tea? Not too sure.
I guess that's
this
sort
match.
of TV. I don't know.
Let me go this here. we're not allowed to show the video, but we'll give you a little bit of telling you and give your thoughts. We're gonna have some more guests. We invited them. Let's see, usually when the invitations go out, not many to the program on Friday nights. That's a fun. That's why Friday nights is tough to do, because usually that's the day everyone's out, things eat, and Friday nights and Saturday nights, especially in the summer when the weather's nicer. You really want to out and take out and about, dine, go out of town. Here in Florida, you want to go check out different attractions, just get out. Even though it's always warm here, but especially the weather part of me.
Like in the summertime, the weather's nice. You want to go out, outside, have a barbecue,
Yes, the barbecue, all that. Yes, and of course with baseball, if you have the TV outside, you want to watch the baseball games and all that. But we're almost a few minutes before SmackDown, like 9 minutes to go. Tomorrow night, I will be at the NXT live event at the Orlando, and have a house show in Orlando. Me and my wife will be there. NXT, we are a big fan of NXT. We attended NXT a lot here at the Performance Center, and tomorrow night we'll go to the Englewood Center in Orlando, Florida. I cannot wait to see there, to take pictures. You get to see wrestlers up close and personal more in these house shows. If you're in the Florida area, and not just help support the NXT brand when they do these shows, either Tampa, Jacksonville, up and down the entire Florida coast. It's always good to go take about. They're the future of the superstars of the future. And you go and get to see them, take pictures. Very friendly, very fan-friendly event. And you really have a good time. I personally, my last house event in Stanford, me and my friend Terrence, they see him on the channel, the Tribal Chief, used our video on our interview when we wanted to see the big fight between Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker the first time in Stand and Deliver, and they used our promo clips. I said Braun Breaker all day. He's the future of wrestling, and the Tribal Chief said no, he likes Carmelo Hayes. He's just him, and they used those vignettes on the premium live event to hype up the match, and they put us over. So you never know what could happen on a live event NXT, when it could be featured, where you could be nationwide. So I was a little bit humbled and actually over and happy, of enthusiasm that they use our interview there, Lamar. So that's cool when you get over there through the WWE. That was a fun one. That was really good. I was excited on that one.
Yeah. Now, I think it was about 3 or 4 years ago. I went to SmackDown, and Rusev was there, Alan English was there, Miz was there, Jeff Hardy was there. So obviously, the Miz had a match with Jeff Hardy. So most of the people in the crowd are going, "Let's go Hardy," and the Miz goes, "When my hand goes up, your mouth." Had his little catchphrase, when my hand goes up, your mouth goes set, that thing. And then and then it goes, "Enough with the Hardy stance." So we still kept saying, "Let's go Hardy." He's like, he gets so mad. But yeah. And Daniel Bryan was there too.
Right.
Or
it's good when you get
Bryan Danielson.
Just keep your microphone or your phone stationary. You're getting that same crackling feedback, and I just want to let you know that on that. I just make sure you keep when you speak. I don't know if you're moving the phone or it's crackling on feedback. I just want you to correct that, so when we go in with the watch along, since we're gonna be calling and talking about the matches there, we don't want sure that your phone is up to par and we can hear it, and it makes it a good listening view to the people are watching us on all the different platforms. For tonight, here we got a nice one here. We're gonna see face to face. We're gonna see the tag team champions Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn will get actually face to face Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. What dissension or what seeds are going to be planted here through Roman, either to Solo Sikoa? There's so many angles in the storyline, or Sami Zayn back to Roman to try to get the Usos on Zayn side, or Kevin Owens. It kind of looks like Kevin Owens is getting a little fed up with Sami Zayn's obsession with the bloodline.
Right. Kevin Owens said he's sick of the bloodline. So, but we'll see.
He's starting to get tired of it. And let me. Oh, we're a week away for Night of Champions in Saudi, and there's so many directions that creative in the WWE could go with this one particular. Personally, I'm intrigued in one aspect of it. I love the WWE since Roman said he's God mode. Personally, I would love him to the tag titles with Solo Sikoa. That's another title. Now you're talking about Roman 3 along with Solo Sikoa, and it allows Roman Reigns now to be part of Raw. I know Roman has a limited schedule, and I say, well, what's the point of making this world heavyweight title? Of course, also, we have a lot to talk about. We'll probably put this down on a review tomorrow afternoon. We'll watch tonight, and we'll give our thoughts, but we just still are here in 5 minutes before SmackDown goes on the air. I think I will love that because now Roman could go to Raw and cross into Raw, not be an exclusive SmackDown talent, and you could see him running around with the unified titles and when he comes to defend his titles at times with Solo. And I go, wait a minute, what about the titles and other well-deserved? You could still, while you build a tag team division, which there is, but you even build more with all these NXT call-ups, along with some of these, like tonight we're going to feature tag and Pretty Deadly, a premier tag team from the NXT ranks, from NXT UK, no less, getting to NXT, become, I believe, 3-time tag team champions in NXT, and now they're on SmackDown. We're going to see their debut tonight. You could still start building with more tag teams, more groups. Maybe Rick Booth and Lenny Knight might be another tag team that's being brought up here. So my point is, you could buy time with Roman, that storyline with Roman, with Solo, and he's a god mode. You could keep Roman on Monday Night Raw. You get a bit of best of both worlds. Then you get those buzzes, or you was teasing with him interacting with Cody, in the locker room. They could not dislike and bump in separation, but they can't have a match yet. Cody's biting on the gums to get after Roman and build that long-term booking. If it is going to be, like we say, WrestleMania in Philadelphia, Lamario. So now you still have long-term booking there with Roman being seen from time to time on Monday Raw. They could cross paths. Then maybe Cody challenges the winner of the world title later, maybe in a Survivor Series SummerSlam, or even in do a Carter Wheels type of pay-per-view, which breaking news, WWE will be returning to India in September. That was bought out as a press release by Nick Khan, WWE. Lamario, I've gone a lot too long here. What's your thoughts first on all that and WWE going to India?
Yeah, that seems pretty cool for the WWE. I feel like since they travel, like they go to the UK, they went to Saudi, they went to Cardiff. Why not go to India now?
I like it. I really, talking about becoming global. They are global. They are a global brand of the wrestling over the world. I really like that they're gonna have this premium live event in India, and boy, I think the crowd is gonna be phenomenal. I think we're gonna get another set of crowd. I don't think he's gonna top Puerto Rico, although I'm gonna be a little Puerto Rican bias. I hate to say it, but I think India's do a phenomenal job. It's gonna keep opening the door for more countries. Everyone's we know we have Raquel Rodriguez on the roster, as well as Latino Rodoro with Legado Fantasma. They're all Mexicanos, and Mysterio Mexico City card for the WWE Premium Live event will be something. Wow, will be be beautiful. I think that will be beautiful. I think the passion, the love that Mexico City will give to the superstar of Mexican heritage or Mexican ascent, more Dominic with the booze. My goodness, you got Dragon Lee on the roster. And possibly when they do this later in the year, I'm just gonna say it. Maybe Andrade Aldo is already released from AEW from his contract, and he returns. You make that darling return in Mexico City. How that place is gonna explode, with that return, that surprise. It is about moments. Also, let me put this here: another live event, Mario, with two hot. You got 3 Australians on the roster, maybe more in the WWE. Here's a woman's Indy Hartwell from Australia taking on Ripley. Talk about that, and they have another, and could even go for a minor title or a mid-card title in Grayson Waller versus Bronson Reed. Just think about that. In the native Australian, I mean, it's globalizing. It's being big as we're ready. The Together Forever signs coming up for WWE. We're gonna kick out SmackDown. Let's go, Mario. You ready, buddy?
I'm ready. Let's get it.
Let's go. All right. So it's coming from North Carolina, Greensville, South Carolina. So here we go. I believe. No, I don't think that's the same arena that the NXT paper, University of South Carolina. No, it's not. So it's from the University of South Carolina. And right off the bat, who's coming up? Lamario, tell us. Who? It is the Bloodline. Acknowledge him.
Acknowledge the Bloodline. Throw your ones in this. Throw your ones up in the air.
My question is, they're all going to come out. It's an interesting one.
You never know. You don't know, though. We'll find out, though. But they could all come out.
What are the thoughts, real quick, before you see anything? They already came out.
Oh, man.
Oh, let's bring in Samurai. Good job. Samurai, what's going on, kiddo? As we have the Bloodline come kicking off. What's up, Samurai?
Me?
I can hear you, buddy.
Oh, so we got 3 people on for SmackDown tonight. Sweet.
Yes, indeed. As the tribal chief has come out with the world title and the universal title with Solo Sikoa, no Jimmy and Jay.
No Jimmy and Jay, just Roman, Solo, and Paulie. Interesting.
I got my
very interesting. So that means
Samurai, what's your thoughts? What's up, man? I can't hear you. You're quiet.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll be right back. Give me a second.
All right, so come right back in, buddy. Got a little bit of a technical difficulty there, as
no Usos with Roman and Solo. Very interesting. There you go. That's your SummerSlam.
You see the new Mario. You see the new shirt that the tribal chief is wearing. It's a goat with him on it, saying, I kind of life is not fair, and I love it. I'm still the one. Love it there. All right, Samurai. Hopefully your technical difficulties is corrected. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Just sitting here watching some good old wrestling.
All right. No Guardian game tonight, huh? Or the Guardians are
they're away. They're away.
They're in New York.
Yeah.
How's that going, by the way?
I mean, I have bad news on that front. Apparently, they aren't open. They have no more spots open, so that they don't need me.
Okay.
Which is like stupid, because like I tried to go to the department of training and whatnot for it, and like the last one that they had, I missed it because I didn't know anything about it, and so she told me that she would let me know. But then as their last homestand, which was after that May 2nd or whatever it was, she told me that she'd let me know, and then like it turns out that they had enough spots apparently, so they didn't need me.
All right. So as we're waiting for Roman Reigns, like Mario said, taking a sweet time into the ring. So of course they're showing us they're showing us what happened last Friday. I love that WWE always do that recap. At least if you're a casual, or if you were working, or you could catch last Friday night, they bring you up to speed real quick of when Roman Wise Man says that Roman Reigns and Solo are going to be taking up the tag team champions, and now we have the tribal chief in the middle of the ring. Of course, it's the face to face right now. What you think here? You think do you think they're going to get physical?
I would expect it to get physical. I don't know, though. I mean, We could. I mean, Sammy and
I
Solo
wouldn't.
might get busy.
I wouldn't.
I mean, he's out first, so if he gets physical,
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that they give them the belts and that champions. That'll be stupid.
All right, all right.
Well,
I was just before we came on the air. Go ahead, Mario.
I mean, yeah, it would be silly to give the belts to Solo and Roman. I'm not a champion since KO and Sammy just won the belts at WrestleMania, but still, I don't know. It's Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa that we're talking about here. So,
Also, there's
and
so
like I
many
said, I
stories that you
like.
could build with that.
Hmm.
And
And
even
I
if
like,
Roman
like I
don't win
said,
the titles, there's stories that you could build from that too. It's not that's
hmm
not the only end all move. Let's be in
yeah,
heel and
yeah, but they could
heel.
still.
Hey,
I feel like they're still going to have Roman and Solo against the Usos at SummerSlam anyway, no matter if Roman and Solo win the titles or not.
I love that. Look at that. Roman talking to the crowd. The crowd wasn't so. He says, that's not how we start this here. All right, here we go. He knows how to get that property and turn and work a crowd. Learn from the first time when he first came up, he was not that bright, or his promo skills weren't so hot. And working with Heyman, phenomenal. Acknowledge me. Well, get an interruption.
Of course, KO and Sammy.
Yes,
Great
indeed.
heel work, though,
So
by Roman Reigns to taunt the crowd. Great heel work. I love it.
What I think's gonna happen is well, it just happened. So
We already know what Roman's just.
well, now here's Sami Zayn coming out with his music.
Wait, are they coming? Is Kevin and Sammy coming out together, or just Sammy? Like, wait. I would expect.
they always
Or
come
they
out. They always come out separate for some reason.
They both
Even though
they can, yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Samurai.
but
Yeah,
why would they
you're
come out?
making a great point.
I would expect them to come out together, but whatever. Like before,
That's
but
why it tells you they're not going to be long for as holding their titles. Just by that, the separate entrances telling you a story with their story.
well, I think
Right,
they
this-
do it. I mean, they do it for a reason. They do it because everybody knows who they are, and it's like everybody knows that they're best friends and whatnot. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, they've been best friends since their time in Ring of Honor with Kevin Steen and El Generico.
well, even before that, like you're talking about the days when they used to like watch wrestling together and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I didn't even know he was
yeah,
here. I didn't even see him on the thing.
All right, so now they made way to the ring. Now they're in front. I think it's the first time Sami Zayn stands in front of Roman Reigns in quite months here.
Yeah, I mean, the last time Sammy and Roman Reigns were in a ring together was at the Elimination Chamber in Montreal.
Was gonna say hello, acknowledge Christoph Flash in the chat. What's going on, Chris? They got the Sammy chance. You know Roman dislikes that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, we
have
know
an
from
update.
his
Yankees
time
up 3-0.
from
Good job.
from his time in Montreal, like when the crowd was chanting Sammy's name at the Elimination Chamber. Roman's like, "That's all you got? Just a couple of Sammy's hits?" That was funny.
Oh, Roman Reigns is actually Sami Zayn to acknowledge his tribal chief.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow, he said you could drop off my title, see yourself out. He's claiming those. He wants those titles.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Roman 4 belts, baby.
Like,
Kevin Owens just dropped the mic and dropped the always ready to fight. But now Solo, look at Solo. It's right there. I love it. Solo's always ready. These two.
Talking and wanting. What's that? Talking and wanting wrestling. Well, I am, but they can't.
All right. So Roman is trying to contemplate here. It's figures and figures.
I mean what I mean.
Roman is putting himself over now. He's putting himself over. There you go. Roman has one regret. Wasting his life on Sami Zayn, bringing him in, making him an honorary Usos. Ooh. Ooh.
Did you see that look on Heyman's face?
Oh, you're right, Mario. Since Montreal, they have not been in the ring together. All right, so they're going back and forth. This promo. You got nothing to say to him. His life was a sham. There we go. Let's go. You told me he's not going to get a Night of Champions. So he is not going to get the tag team champion. And he's asking, do you know why? Do you know why? He's not as good as them. Get out of here. Come on. Drop those tight, pal. You look like a hobo. See what Roman's going to hear. I love Roman. Roman's expressions and Solo just does not take his for both of these two. Or for Sammy. Solo plays a hell of a role, dude. That was a good promo by Sami Zayn. Oh, we got some interference here. Bloodline. Jimmy and Jay. No, that's Jay Uso coming out. And Jimmy. So the Usos interjected here and started beating up on the tag team champions as they come out of the ring. I don't know if the Tribal Chief, I think he knows that happens. Oh, a super kick there. And Sami Zayn right in front of the announce table as Solo don't. Look at this. Tribal Chief, what happened there? He looks confused. And me and Jay, he went to go give high five to the Tribal Chief. Smacks the Chief the hand down.
Interesting.
Oh. He goes, that's his ring. He didn't tell them to come out there. Here we go. Oh, he's mad. Oh, he jumped into Solo. He just bumped into Solo. And Solo just stood there looking at him.
Oh boy.
Roman now walking by himself. And now Solo looking like he bumped into Solo. Like, ooh. So, okay, quickly. We have a lot to unpack before the commercial break. One at a time, what's your thoughts on this promo? And what you think, if you're creative, what you think might be happening? Who wants to go first?
I guess I'll go first. It looks like the bloodline, the breakup is coming. It definitely looks like it from what we just saw.
Okay, next.
I can go next. For me, it looks like probably Sami Zayn and KO are definitely retaining at the next show. So this probably tells me that this match probably won't main event. And yeah, Roman Reigns is probably gonna lose the title by the next Mania, probably. Because you
Okay.
could sit, yeah, because either that or maybe somewhere the writers are getting really really clever. Not saying they haven't been like really clever so far, but maybe they're getting more clever than what we think, and maybe this is just a distraction in a sense or a delusion to give us the fact that there is some disdain, and maybe the Usos might actually trick Zayn and Owens in a weird way. It was just me overthinking, and they're gonna get them at the pay per view. That's how they'll lose it. I don't know. There's a lot to unpack here.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Samurai?
But yeah, this is this is definitely very interesting. There's a lot.
It is. It's very interesting.
We'll see,
Very
though.
interesting there. I'm thinking here with this, it kind of showed that Roman Reigns eventually is going to be on his own bloodline, but I still think they'll go over Night of Champions. I think to win those titles. I think that's going to set up the Jimmy and Jay versus the Usos. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos versus Roman and Solo. The title, it also buys time though. Now you could either Roman doesn't have to defend his title, the World Heavyweight title, until SummerSlam, so he could possibly go with as tag team champions against the Usos. If you want to speed that up at Money in the Bank, so now you're prolonging him holding. You remember the WWE. Remember, there's a streak going on. Roman Reigns is entering territories of historical aspects. His next, I think he's about to pass Hulk Hogan and Pedro Morales right there. So I think they're looking WWE long term wise wants that record for the modern era wrestler. And I think by doing that, going that route with the storyline allows that the title reign Roman Reigns to continue while building this. This is why the world heavyweight title on Raw gonna start making sense. I know a lot of folks or a lot of people are complaining about a consolation title, but this is why it makes sense. They're trying to make a longevity modern day record, and you want to keep it creative, you want to keep it fresh, you want to keep people invest in storylines. And now with Swerve here with tag team titles, he could alternate which title he wants to defend. So that's just me looking at it as a creative or trying to understand what they're doing and create there. If Roman were to, or even if Sam and Kevin retain, or if let's say the Usos, I can see the Usos coming out and Night of Champions causing a disqualification or interjecting, and now you set up a Night of Champ or Money in the Bank, a triple threat, and this is a way you split, a Money in the Bank, a ladder match with a tag team, undisputed tag team titles. You could split it like one bloodline grabs one title and make someone else from the other side of the bloodline or one, and you could do that as well. So there's a lot of storylines, a lot of angles that could come out of this. Ain't sure in every way. Break that down on our review here as we're waiting when the commercial comes back to get into the wrestling. What you think is going to be the first match?
Probably the LWO and Usos match. Well, Rey and Santos against Jimmy and Jay. Probably.
But you also got to look at it this way: since they're building disdain in the bloodline, or at least like a breakup. Who's to say like they don't like Roman and Solo Sikoa don't have like a miscommunication, and that's how Sami Zayn and KO like retained the titles. Well, what if Roman has a really good job and then Solo Sikoa messes up on one thing, and then Roman is like, "See, you're the reason why we lost the title, Solo. What happened? Like I thought you were supposed to be the one, back.
They came back from commercial and Roman just talking to Jimmy Jay in the back. And he said that he interrupted the tribal chief because he has something to tell that fool that wasted his time, and he had something that he wanted to get on it, and he couldn't. Now he just threw the former tag team champions out. Told him to get out. But Solo is staring hard at Roman there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They could be building something between Solo and Roman.
Right. But
that's
Solo
eventually going to happen too.
But Solo always looks like that. Solo always looks mad unless he's the one in the ring fighting.
Ladies and
You
gentlemen,
don't want to get his
ladies and gentlemen, the first match, it is fight night. Oh, I'm going to mark out because it is, yes, boy! They're coming out now.
Interesting here. This will be a very entertaining, interesting match.
I don't think Pretty Deadly lose here personally, but I will be so happy if they win. Of course, me and Samurai wave that NXT flag hard.
Yeah, but we know that they're not going to win. I mean, we'll see though.
Here we go, Pretty Deadly SmackDown debut. Let's go, yes, boy. And of course, we have Butch Harlan and Pete Dunne and Harlan come from the NXT UK as well. Had a cup of coffee in the NXT as well in Orlando. But right before I got into the NXT, so I really didn't see them. I saw them when they came back a couple while ago. But here we go. The vignette from Pretty Deadly got a chef hats on. And look, the two tastiest snacks. Go.
They have to put the Pretty Deadly over when they come out and all that.
Vince is there, Vince is gonna love them because they're hilarious and they could wrestle.
Yeah, but I see.
Here we go. They got charisma.
LWO versus.
Here comes. Yes, boy. Let's go. Pretty Deadly.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Good job, fellas.
And gentlemen, even I don't watch like NXT really, and I like this tag team. They have like so much potential.
There we go. All right. There you go. Yes, boy. All right. There we go. It's Pretty Deadly. You guys make it, fellas.
This tag team. I don't know about you guys, but don't they come off like almost like a fusion or a baby version of like DX and the Spirit Squad?
They have a little bit of that. They have a little bit of that in them. Spirit Squad, DX. They have a little bit of rockers. You see Shawn Michaels work with them hand in hand in the NXT. Although the way they move as a tag team from Coach Devon. Devon was a coach in NXT. I don't know if he still is or isn't. I believe he is still. But he has a lot of part of helping Pretty work as a team, the psychology part of it. So here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here
you see a little Young Bucks
here.
too.
Pete Dunne. Yes. Pete Dunne now with a crossbody. Here's Mr. Woken goes down on a clothesline. So I thought we were going to change it to Pete Dunne, but he's still on the Butch. We saw Riddick, Matt Cass change his name back. I know Samurai's happy with that one.
Wait, so his name is officially Pete Dunne again. Good. I don't know why they switched his name.
There is no manners. Oh, he's just going to step on their hands. Oh, both the Pretty Deadly. What a whistle kick there. Pete Dunne, a.k.a. Butch.
Pretty Dunne.
Pretty Deadly. The blonde is Elton Prince, and Kit Wilson is the best. So those who are seeing Pretty Deadly for the very first time on Friday night. But these guys, former NXT UK Tag Team Champions, and I believe 2 times or 3 times NXT Tag Champions.
I think they were 2 times.
2 times. And of course, they have the wonderful side plate titles.
Right, but they unified the titles at the NXT and NXT UK tag titles
And
at the Worlds Collide event.
Worlds
Pretty
Collide.
deadly did.
I was there. I was there live and in person, baby. And also Jay, Heel Jay, but he couldn't make it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of an event. Worlds Collide was a great event last September. I'll get a commercial break here.
Yeah, but Worlds Collide was definitely a success. Of course, they had
You had to be.
and now
You had to
famous
be there, man.
commentary with Michael and Wade Barrett.
You had to be there for that, and that was a banger. I mean, the even the world heavyweight title unification between Breakker and Tyler Bates. Whoo, what a good match! I mean, Ricochet and Carmelo Hayes. Oh my God, to open it was super ultra hot.
Yeah.
All right, so we get a bit of an update there from Chris the Flash. Yankees up 3-2, top of the 7th. Wow, that game is flying. I can't wait any day now. My Damian Priest shirt is in. The one he wore in Puerto Rico, the Puerto Rican flag. I cannot wait to be person. I wish it would have came. I wish it would have come before I go tomorrow night to NXT event. I would have loved to wear it, but it is what it is.
Which Howland there, that vertical suplex. That's scary.
So 1 week away for a freaking weekend of wrestling. I'm talking about get ready, buckle in. Next weekend, Night of Champions, 1 p.m. Wow. Then I leave the next evening. It's going to be down. That's going to be phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on WWE going to India? I know I got Lamar thought. What's your thought there? Has been announced there'll be a premium line in India.
I mean, the NXT show should be good, but I hope that Carmelo keeps the title, though. I mean, I don't want him losing the title just yet, but I heard that Braun was supposed to go to the main roster, but with his character, he said no. So that's why he stayed in
Braun Breaker?
NXT. Yeah.
Braun Breaker, Lamar? Braun Breaker, what's going on right now? They're working. They actually like the way he's working the heel. So they're seasoning him up there with the psychology and the microphone skills. That's why they held him. Here comes the match back here, and now pretty deadly control on Holland. There it is. There's attack. Kit. Double. No, Holland now using short block, but they not Holland. Yes, boy.
Yes, boy. Rich Holland is probably the most powerful of the three in the Brawling Brutes. That's for sure. He's definitely powerful.
Oh
very
yes.
strong.
Oh yes. An underrated as a wrestler. I don't know. I'm glad they didn't bury him on that era on Biggie falling on his neck. They kind of buried him for a little bit, not much though. But I'm glad that they're he's part of the Brawling Brutes, and the Brawling Brutes were over. I don't want them to cool him off though. They gotta continue keep him hot.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what a nice move there. And I'm pretty sure for their first match, you're gonna put, of course, they have familiarity. These four men have wrestled before in the UK on the NXT brand, so they know each other. So they're putting a pretty good match here.
Yeah, they know each other from their times in the NXT, so they know the moves and stuff.
I think someone's bleeding because the official has the gloves on. So whenever the gloves comes on, blood. And look at Rich Holland now. It's Butch. Here comes Butch.
Interesting. We normally don't.
Inseguri. Nice Inseguri. Oh, Inseguri.
We don't see blood nowadays. Too much in WWE.
No, nice German suplex. Another suplex. German suplex. Oh, that hot tag to Butch. He's on fire with double insecurities, double German suplexes. He's on fire. He's a stomp. The knee to the back. Working on the fingers. He loves fingers to manipulate. Here's a nice suplex. Oh. 1, 2. Near fall there. Now Sheamus is getting the crowd with the fight night. Let's go. Fight night is being now the crowd getting into it with the fight night. Let's go. Good job there. Sheamus get the crowd hyped. What time starts Roman Smackdown? It just started. He did the first segment. He came open up the show. I know he asked that. He just opened up the show. You missed it. But there'll be some more Roman Reigns later this evening. I believe some more vignettes. Mr. What's it? Amor World. So now Butch Holland now. He's got both members of the Pretty Deadly on his shoulders. What is he gonna do with him? Samoan drop or back drop? Yep. No, he just dropped them both. But look, Pretty Deadly are selling those moves like they're really hurting, like they're really taking some damage. Oh, 10 beats of the barrel for both. Look at this, a double. How many? 1, 2, 4.
Now, if you're
11, 12, 13, 14 for 14 for Butch and 10 for Rich. Oh, here we go. Here's the. Oh,
it's about 27 beats of the veteran to Pretty Deadly there.
Oh, here's Pretty Deadly with their move. They got their finisher. It's over. Turn around, ref. Turn around. Turn around. 1, 2, 3. Pretty Deadly used the shenanigans and they win. Yes, boy. They get the win. Yeah.
Yeah, but Butch or Pete Dunne, whatever you want to call it was rolling. Oof, stop right
now,
on.
If you think they're good, wait until these guys get ready to the main roster. There we go. I'm putting them over. The Creed Bros. There we go. All right, NXT. Good job there. Making their debut. Love it. And they use the shenanigans. I love it. So and Elton Prince gets his victory on the roster. Good job.
Yes, good job for Pretty Deadly. Good job.
Heel, what's your thoughts there with Pretty Deadly watching them the whole real match there in the main roster?
Yep, pretty good first match, especially with them using the the underhanded tactics.
All right, so they're gonna give the homage to the superstar Billy Graham.
But man,
everyone took a little bit from his gimmick. One of the most Jesse the Body Ventura, Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner. You know, a lot of Billy Graham's mannerism and gimmick was used there, and everyone used it. Ric Flair, well, even says himself.
Yes, boy. Same as this does not look happy. The Pretty Deadly drove Woods right into Rich Holland, right into Butch for some silk milk.
And one of the most open, Billy Graham openly said he used steroids. A little bit more dosage that he paid a little bit of the price. He didn't recognize that, but man, physique he had there. And in 1977, when he beat Bruno Sammartino in Baltimore, I mean, to get the WWF championship was phenomenal. I mean, to beat Bruno those days was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And of course, He said also some of the steroids help some in accelerate some of his male panty baldness as well. He had a liver transplant 23 years ago, but he lived a good life there. Billy Graham, one of the most underrated, unappreciated wrestlers in wrestling. My God, he's very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to be 80 years old in a couple weeks, but full life there.
But yeah, I mean, good to see Pretty Deadly get their first maintenance.
It was good. It was good. It was great there. All right. So I'm pretty sure now, I wonder if they go back with another tag team match. I think it's the ladies. I think Oscar versus Salina Vega.
It's probably gonna be a sword match though. 'Cause, come on.
I think Selena won't get pinned here. I think it's gonna happen. I think Bianca Belair is gonna come to interfere.
Right, you definitely.
Like a no contest.
Yeah, something like that.
There's been a lot of buzz on the internet on the sheets. Bianca Belair and the Street Profits are all gonna turn into a heel group. I mean, my goodness, there's many heels. Who's going to be face now?
Wait, I thought Bianca was already a face. I'm confused. And the Street Profits.
No, she's going to turn heel now. Like because the crowd is starting to get. The crowd are not behind her or they're bored her as world champion. But you gotta allow the babyface to get a long run. But WWE right now, they're making their titles important. If you're a title holder, they're booking you to have longevity as champion. And record wise, they're putting meaning and respectability to any title that you hold, because if you're the champion, you're the best of the best, and then that's what they're trying to tell a story. The fan base gets a little bit like Aaron Boone wants to make a quick hook and a new champion, give me a new champion, and it doesn't. Everyone in their mother become champion, and then the title means nothing. You know, your title gotta mean something special.
Yeah.
Then look at the joke the 24/7 title became. They could easily make that 24/7 title a little more meaningful if they really try to book it and not make it a comedy stick. You're like, ooh, you're 24/7. Yeah, you're the champion that defends it all the time, but it's gonna take a lot to beat me.
Mm-hmm. They made the 24/7 title look, like you said, like a comic stick. Like they made the 24/7 title look like a title that was just there.
Yes.
For purpose
guys
reason.
quiet. Heel and Samurai, you guys gonna say anything or?
Right.
Oh, that's testing. Samurai, going once, going twice. Sold. They're there. I'm not saying anything. All right, so we'll see if Bianca comes out to interfere with Asuka versus Selena if they have it there. Let's bring in heel who's returned back here.
I was trying to talk.
All right, so okay, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's get Samurai back on.
Samurai,
yeah,
can you hear me now?
I'm here. I muted my mic because I was watching.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Just couldn't hear you guys.
I didn't mute mine. I was just trying to talk and I couldn't talk. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, I was trying to say you shouldn't turn Bianca face because look at John Cena. They didn't turn him heel at all because at the end of the day, the kids still love him just like the little girls still love Bianca. They love to put their hair like that and all that. So why turn her, heel now?
I think she just needs to
I love that.
She needs to change her character, though. I mean, realistically.
At the end of the day, if you turn her heel, what do you really gain? I'm like, ooh, the adults might love her for a cup of coffee, but the little girls is the ones that are really gonna pay to want to watch her. They're the ones that are gonna
And
have to
that's
ask their parents,
exactly
"Oh, let's go see Bianca." Yeah,
Heel.
go ahead,
I'm
Kev.
gonna give you a lot of kudos and flowers on that. Wrestling is for everyone. Everyone, usually the adult are the one that complains and cries and moans that they want champions. This guy's boring. The flip flopping. Wrestling for years. This is why we love wrestling. They cater to us like kids. Hogan, Dusty, Flair. Hated Ric Flair. Why? Because then you have to get your second audience. You have to cater to the youth because the little girl that wants the ponytail, guess what? Daddy's gonna buy it. The little girl that wants the ugly Lily doll, daddy's gonna buy it. It's not about it's wrestling is a variety show that caters to a little bit of everyone. And yes, I think Bianca should stay there, not do any change, still be the face of all the young ladies, young girls. And no, that's what's going on. That's the problem. What's going on with Flair, Charlotte, back and forth, heel face, too much back and forth.
Right? Yeah, there's too much back and forth.
Yeah, you found the money in the Bianca, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I agree. Let's go, Selena. Vamos, Selena. That's
Selena.
right. Let's go, Selena.
We don't have we don't have a dependent advantage on what they're doing with those championships, do we?
For which titles?
Both.
Samurai.
Both.
For the
women's titles. The women's titles. SmackDown and Raw.
That's kind of funky, right? Because they're both different. Here she comes, that goofy mask. All right, but let's go, Selena.
Bianca.
Let's go, Selena Vega. There we go.
Another recap from last week.
Vamos, Selena. You got the chocolate too. Ooh. Oh, you gave it away to the little kid. There you go. Yeah. She got a whole bunch of them at the dollar store.
Why does she have a flip flop?
Say again?
United Champions Ruffle Championship.
That flip flop. I mean, her mom gave it to her, so it's kind of funny.
All right, let's go, Selena. Ooh, Oscar. Here's it going for a near pin. Nope. Ooh, what a kick.
Those kicks by Oscar are dangerous.
Yes. Vega now. Vega with a 9.1, 2, 1 count there. We got Jessica Carr as the official.
She's a very good referee. I think
she is
very underrated.
I'll take her any day over Audrey from NXT from AEW. She's garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, she is garbage. She gets all involved in jumping and doing all this. Like nobody wants to see you doing dancing there, dancing in the stars with the ref.
Right. I mean,
they feel like they have to be part of the talent.
The thing about Jessica Carr is he doesn't try to get into a fight with the wrestlers, unlike Ari Everett from AEW. You know, like still be talking smack to all the wrestlers, and whatever. But now, of course.
Oh, don't get Samurai. Don't get Samurai started with AEW. That's his favorite wrestling organization.
No, it's not.
Now, of course, we can expect blood next week, and they're in the Moxley match.
Kidding me? Moxley drinks bleeding.
Moxley probably wakes up in the morning bleeding.
I mean, he shouldn't really bleed too much, to be honest with you. Like,
Well, yeah, but the match match that they're gonna have next week, and it makes sense for him to bleed, kind of, because it's anarchy in the arena.
Is it? Yeah, that's right. Wasn't that a steel case Wednesday? Supposedly. Supposedly they had a pay per view that card, and they only drew what 700,000 viewers.
Yeah.
So everybody's still praising AEW for their for whatever reason. It's not doing that great.
It's not. And meanwhile, they're praising them like they're they're getting a Saturday show. I can't wait tomorrow when I break because I'm gonna say because anyway, I don't know who's gonna be able to tune in on it, but Tony Khan is an idiot.
Like, see, the thing with Saturday,
with all due respect.
Okay. I will say this. I kind of like the AEW pay-per-views because they have matches on the pre-show. Unlike WWE pay-per-views where it's just talking. But, you know.
But the reason why they have those matches, Lamario, because they don't build the card up. Let me get all of their pay-per-views next week. They only got 4 matches. And then you watch on Wednesday, they're gonna cram all of them like we're gonna have this guy, and then you got the guy with the mask there, Caliber, reeling off a whole bunch of matches in 2 seconds, and it sounds like oh God. They do the same thing. They don't learn. They just don't learn. It doesn't sound good. It sounds you gotta build. You gotta have stories. You gotta build and
right
cater to the casual, the fan that don't know who they build these. Oh. No one, only 4 matches. Really? And then you want you to plunk $60 to watch. We don't even know who's going to wrestle.
Well, we kind of do. I mean, we know that MJF and Jungle Boy Jack Perry and CME and Darby are going to wrestle for the
That's one
AEW title. That's going to be a good match. That has potential to be good. I don't know, though. And then, of course, the 8-man tag match.
Who is Jay Carson fighting?
I don't know.
Exactly. So you got this champion on your top.
She's gonna fight a battle bot. That's what she's gonna do.
And I would assume,
as we get back
I guess,
here.
And like the same thing with Britt and Jamie and all those girls. Who are they fighting? Are they gonna continue to fight the Outcast or what?
And that feud already, and then I'm just gonna wait for the podcast because I get on load on the AEW neckbeards because they're the ones that complained about WWE last year. Oh, they get the same EP matches, the same feuds, 50-50 booking. I'm gonna put the clip. I might get total heel, but when I had some people on as wrestling guests, and they will come on to complain about WWE about that. And meanwhile, that's why AEW is better. AEW now is doing exactly what you were complaining about a year ago on my show, as there's Selena Vega to the top rope. Ooh, the knee to the chest.
Be careful. I mean, if they do what they're gonna do, they're gonna end up signing Kota Ibushi, and he's gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, look how great Jay White is doing. He's main eventing.
He's main eventing nothing. That's Jay White. He's
main eventing nothing.
Is he even like?
Is Jay White wrestling?
We are. We are doing the NXT pay-per-view next Saturday afternoon. Absolutely, man. A big NXT supporter here. Let's go. G. Michael, what's going on? Von Erich. Talking about signing Von Erich in NXT. Also, you have a new show with Ray and Conan taking it like the AEW do with Collision. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a good one. Look at that. We got a piece of news there. We got about to sign Von Erich in NXT, and also we have a new show with Conan and Ray. Oh, I like that. Let's go. Oh, wait a minute. Selena tapped out. Ah, come on.
Come on. So we didn't get to see Bianca Belair. Wait, she's still gonna come out, right? I'm gonna assume. Come on.
Oh, here comes the champion, the EFT. It's interesting. Laredo Kid. I like the Laredo Kid. That's nice.
All right,
nice. So I like that. You know what?
Here's the matches so far for Double or Nothing. MJF versus Sammy Guevara versus Jungle Boy versus Darby. FTR versus Def Jarrett and Zay Lethal.
Oh
Wardlow,
God, why?
Wardlow versus Kristen Cage, Orange Cassidy versus Aaron Solo, Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm, and of course the Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite, Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie, the firm
When the
Ethan
hell they announced
Page.
that?
I don't know, but
Okay.
apparently they know. And the firm Ethan Page, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn versus the Hardy Party. What? And Chris
Now-
Jericho and Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho. Okay.
Let me ask you this: other than the Cole versus Jericho that we've been really seeing in the Four Pillars match, not really seeing them wrestle all the time around. That's something that you want to spend your $60 on, because you could see that on Nitro. You could see that, and I mean Nitro. It should be Nitro the way that crap is being booked. On Dynamite.
Right, but what, I mean,
It's the
come on.
problem. You want to show your fans. You want to. Tony Khan blows his load so much, so quick, and I hate to sound like that reference. But when it comes to premium light event, I've already seen these guys go at it. Stipulation match. Why am I gonna put $60 on it?
I mean,
Just to maybe there might be a surprise wrestler coming that you're gonna sign for next WWE year. That's all. That's why he only has. Thank God he only has 4 pay-per-views a year, because my goodness, or 5.
right, and I'm tired of seeing the same matches over and over again. Like, come on, Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm. How long have they been feuding for? Forever.
That
Seriously.
feud's been going on for almost. That's been going on since Paige has been in NXT. I mean NXT and AEW. Excuse me. Since Paige or Saraya made her debut All in Elite, all she's been battling is just the same 2 ladies.
Right.
They got other talented women in AEW. What's going to use them?
Mm-hmm.
And then when
like-
they do, they want to change something up. They Sky Blue. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sky Blue, but
Right.
I mean,
And the same
you're
thing with
predictable.
the Elite, and like they've been feuding with the Blackpool Combat Club ever since the Blackpool Combat Club turned heel.
Oh,
seriously.
ladies and gentlemen, the best segment of the night, indeed. Grayson Waller, yeah.
Yeah, the Grayson Waller Effect. Great to see him.
I love it.
Mhm.
He's got AJ Styles. They had a hell of a feud last year. Samurai, talk to me about that feud last year between AJ and Waller last January.
It was a good feud. I mean, what else can I say about it? I mean, it was AJ's first time second time in NXT, but he went down there to I guess boast up the roster, and he ended up feuding with Grayson Waller, who is by far one of the best talkers on the mic.
My point was, I know you saw it, and but how's it going to translate now in the main roster when you're going to have millions and millions of viewers here to watch? That's a feud there. Could we have a Grayson Waller make an impact and show up at Saudi, cause AJ Styles an opportunity to possibly win the title against the freaking Rollins? You never know. Waller wants to get some heat. What a way to get on, make your name known and become a real top heel by doing what he possibly doing to right now to AJ Styles. Just think of that.
Yeah, I mean it's better than like them showing up on their respective shows, and doing it that way. I like it. I like the way they're doing this.
Yep.
Now, as far as like next week goes, how's that going to work? Because I know next week's going to be taped, right?
Next week it's going to be possible. I think it will be taped as Anthony Rizzo hits a 2-point shot and clears the Yankees lead over the Reds. This is going to be taped.
The Cleveland Guardians are also beating the Mets too, so
I see that, but the Mets are rallying here.
The Mets are down by 2, yeah.
How I feel about Jay White in AEW. I like Jay White. The problem with Jay White, and it's not his fault, they should have built him up. Personally, I think Jay White should have been in a couple of vignettes, showing a lot of footage of his matches, and you're allowed, since they work well with New Japan, I would have brought him and made him a big deal with some vignette. He's coming, when he shows up, not coming on a run-in type of deal. When he came in, he rebuked because he just got lost in the middle. Jay White is an opportunity for you to build and really make him feel important. And I think he just got lost now in the sauce with EW. If you're still bring him and sign him, you could have waited until you had this Collision coming up. If you had that thought about it, you should have waited and made him debut in Collision. And say, you know what, I'm going to change things here, kind of tease New Japan. And you know what you do now? You have the Forbidden Door. You could have used the Collision to kind of a launching point with like a hostile, similar to the way Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, not exactly, but similar, the way Nash and Hall came out to come in and introduce themselves in WWE with the outsiders, like Vince McMahon send them, like New Japan is here and we're gonna make an impact here. And bring the Bullet Club. This is they already the Super Bullet Club or Bullet Club Elite. What the hell they're calling it? Could have done that and missed an opportunity. He wants to rush, and give everybody, look, and it's not working. He's too much of a mark instead of a businessman. And that's nothing. It's okay. There's money, but then you get so issue. You get these issues that's going on. I hope Jay White doesn't get us in the sauce. He's a hell of a wrestler, though. Ooh, here comes Grayson Waller.
We'll get lost in the shuffle, by the way.
They're putting him over big time.
Right.
I used to be able to tweet him and get on the Instagram, write a few things. All right, he's there, Grayson Waller. And they bought all his set from NXT up. Love it. Come on, great. Let's go, Waller. Do it, baby. Do it, Grayson. AJ Styles is about to be introduced. That was cool. Mario will be back in. Now let me ask this: Could you see the OCs possibly going if Roman and Solo wins, chasing the titles against, since Roman wants to beef a little bit with AJ Styles?
Do you think that AJ and Roman should go at it, or what are you asking?
No, here's the thing. Here's a creative move. Let's say Roman gets those titles, right? And let's say everyone thinks that Seth freaking Rollins is gonna inevitably win this title. Maybe WWE swerves us, like a swerve.
Right.
And it's AJ champion and Roman is champion. Now Roman wants to collect those belts and wants to feud with AJ, but remember he's not allowed to be on Raw. But as a loophole is as tag team champion, he is now able to go on Raw and maybe pick a fight with AJ Styles. You have a couple matches, the OC versus the tag team champions, but he really wants AJ Styles, setting up the seed for Roman to try to collect that new world heavyweight title. There's a lot of storylines could be run. I want to see the direction WWE goes next week. That's my point. It's a lot. There's a lot of avenues that they could explore.
Mm-hmm.
That was a nice presentation for Grayson. It was. It was. Now we know that AJ Styles coming back from injury. Oh, I got some noise in the background, fellas. Please mute. No, you're not here. It's down here, bro. Thank you, Wilson. Now that they're not gonna put anyone on that really writes. All these are plants. I don't think this is real. People, if you're tweeting to get your like way they do in the UFC. Oh, Seth Rollins on a movie set. They spilled the beans. Okay, so okay, so AJ Styles says he's gonna win that title. Come on, don't be nice. Come on, be your nasty self, Waller. Come on. Why are you putting him over? Come on, Grayson. Oh, here we go. Heavyweight champion. Freaking Rollins. Yes, he turned heel. He's still heel. Come on. Let's go. I know. Talk about long-term booking. A year ago, we were talking about that with Samurai. A year ago when AJ Styles and Grayson Waller, and they had some good in the ring too. You know, Waller could go, man. Waller has checks the boxes here. He could cut a promo. He has a psychology of a heel and all that. So okay, that for his first Grayson Waller effect, I thought it could be. I seen better in NXT personally. Okay, so lovely in the background. Let's go. Let me ask Samurai.
Yeah.
I don't like it when Legado they shelved the Legado Fantasma introduction for LW1. I don't like it.
I mean, they did that for a reason because nobody really got into the Legado del Fantasma entrance. But I mean, if they do like leave Rey Mysterio, I could see them going back to it.
All right, so here we go. It's the Profits coming up. I personally think they need to bring that back when SmackDown returns to Orlando in about a couple of weeks. They could bring that so we could teach the crowd what that it is. Legado, because that NXT, that's what put it over. That introduction is phenomenal for Legado Fantasma. I'm disappointed. I don't like that new one that they're using. That's just me.
Well, it's an homage. It's also an homage to Eddie Guerrero as well.
I mean, okay. I mean, I already got enough of it with no disrespect. I got enough of it with Rey Mysterio. That's good. That's fine. You don't need it from Escobar and Santo Escobar and Cruz and Wild. They really weren't close to the Guerrero. So I can see Rey, but the other three, Selena, pump the brakes a little.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
It's the same thing with the Owen Hart tournament. I mean, pump the brakes a little bit. Oh boy!
You can definitely tell who's booking this show. There's been like 3 tag team matches so far. There's been like 3 tag team matches.
In a row. I mean, this tag team heavy. And let me, what's your thoughts real quick? That you're glad you brought that point up. I kind of like it here. Remember how supposedly the stigma is Vince doesn't like the tag team, but night 1 WWE main event tag team for WrestleMania hasn't happened since WrestleMania 1 with Hogan and Mr. T. The Usos taking on Sammy and Kevin main event. I like the emphasis they're using on the tag team wrestling because there's great psychology in the tag team wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't understand why people are getting so butthurt that Vince is back in charge, quote unquote. I mean, he's not really doing anything. He's just there to run the company. I mean,
there's a little bit of emphasis of him there, though. That you could be concerned, but not to the degree where it's oh my goodness. But I like
I mean,
if Paul Levesque Triple H continues to do the writing. Just let's sit back and wait. Let's just sit back and see before we to conclusions on who's in control, who's not in control.
yeah. I mean, realistically, it doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't matter because it's Vince isn't running the company. I mean, he's running the company. He's not running creative. That's the only thing I can see. And people are saying he's going to run the company until he's fucking dead. Which, I can.
He has a clause though. It says it. The new clause came out from Endeavor. That is McMahon is there until life, until no longer able to breathe until he dies. Pretty much retires himself willingly, or he's not fit mentally to be in that capacity. So pretty much like they have him there to be there. Listen, I always liked Vince because as a business aspect, Vince gets it. But again, creative one, it's time to have Levesque with his ideas, his vision. Cook. You just promote it. Help get the promotions. Use the back channels. Use the folks that as a promoter, as a promoter, television wise, visionary there, scout. Because let's face it, he does have a knife talent. He may not know how to book it correctly, but to be honest with you, he knows what to look for in talent. I hate to say that because find some real good diamonds in the roughs personally that I'm like, oh, where did he see him? And there's a room in the World Wrestling Federation, World Wrestling for Vince McMahon, but not to the levels that he was before. That's my.
I mean, yeah, I get that. Like, it's like I said, it's all very, very, very subjective, and people just get mad over the fact that he's I guess you could say in charge, but not in charge. Like that one guy we talk about, that JD guy.
Who I wish, who I wish was still part of the company though. Hopefully soon, Stephanie. I think Stephanie. That's it.
Why did she leave? What was the reason why she left?
She had a surgery, but I don't know what happened. I really don't know full detail. She went past the surgery and then she decided she wanted to take time off. Oh, wait a minute. Here's LA Knight. Let's cut his music. Yeah.
LA Knight.
It's so over. Let me talk to you. Uh-oh. He is good on microphone. He's not gonna beat them with anybody. Here we go. Oh, look at that. So he faces Rick Bruce. Okay. Interesting pair. But Rick Booz is like a clown act. I just hope they put LA Knight in a clown act. Oh, God. Doesn't Rick Booz come on a commercial in Progressive with Flo? God, he's... Victor, what's going on, Victor? Let me read what this says here, Victor. Let me acknowledge you here first and foremost. Thank you for joining us, Victor. You missed it, but you are building towards Roman Solo to be Triple H. Yes. I didn't want to. You know what? I could have said it though. You're right. That tension. I'm thinking. You know what, Victor? I'm thinking it's more with damage control though. Io Sky eventually. I think Io Sky's going to take the title of Bianca Belair. I think the next night where they celebrate with damage control, they're gonna Bailey's gonna put the thumbs down. I think that's where that storyline. That's why I wanted to save it, because I don't know if they'll do it twice in two different groups. So yeah, you know what? Going LA Knight is phenomenal, and Montez Ford here. So there's been rumors. And now I mentioned it earlier. I'm gonna re-mention it again. Rumors that Steve and Bianca Belair might turn. I know me and Weston heel don't Bianca Belair turning heel because she goes to the young girl, the young girl's heart, and there's a lot of merchandise being sold with the ponytail and Bianca Belair, and I don't know. Rick Boogs don't learn, huh? He's shoulder pressing. He's shoulder pressing Montez Ford. Didn't he learn? He throw his knee last year. Come on, tag in the big guy. Tag in the Dawkins. Dawkins has been getting good as a wrestler. Dawkins is gonna stand. Let me get him here.
Yeah, he is getting better. He laid it on his feet.
Don't be Dawkins be shoulder attack people into next week.
Yeah.
Here's Boots.
Rick Bugenhagen is great. I mean, I wish they would give him some some character. He's got the personality. He just needs character.
Let me read this comment here. Nah, something's wrong with the WWE doing unbelievable into gold and crowd pop for LA Knight and Bruce. You know what? I don't think they don't belong together unless if tonight, LA Knight's gonna get mad. Bruce doing something goofy, cost them the match, and LA Knight's gonna just pumble Rick Boogs, and then you have a feud for LA Knight. But I saw that. I also scratched my head. LA Knight is hot right now with crowd. Why keep jobbing him or losing him here? It's the same thing with Alpha Academy. Where it comes to Chad Gable, Gable's a hell of a wrestler, and don't notice, but what do you associate them when you see them? They're gonna lose a match, and they're gonna go. Someone's gonna get over them, and how long can you continue that? Look at LA Knight. I thought he was gonna do the people's elbow. LA Knight.
I mean,
this is kind of people's elbow. Look at that, leaping elbow. Not exactly like that, but he LA Knight. Yeah, Knight got in his pocket. Watch out. Talk about stuff in pockets. Riddle's Twitter's account is going nuts. They're helping people with this, putting bikinis there. Did you see the picture on Twitter there, Samurai?
What? No.
Riddle. He's out of control with his bikini briefs. He took a picture where some dude there, Miss chimed in and said, "Look, it goes. I feel good. At least I'm not the one with tiny balls."
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about now.
Oh, here's an insecurity by Montez Ford. Oh, here it is. Booze. There it goes. There's the dissension. Montez Ford got booze out. Oh, here's Montez Ford. Fly. Got him. What a move by Montez Ford, man. Now Dawkins. They're gonna here you go. They're gonna set up Booze to the slam. Sky high. Here we go. Here's the splash. I put it short and sweet. Get to the point. Montez Ford is ready to fly, baby. And gonna fly. Boom. Booze took it. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Now LA is gonna beat the crap out of Booze. Watch.
I like his extension on that frog splash was amazing.
Oh, is Elias free agent, right? He could go on both shows.
Yeah.
Oh, here's that night. Yo, he's gonna beat him up now. He's gonna beat him. Here we go. Nope. Picking him up, shaking his hands, give him a hug. Nope. Here we go. Boom. Here you go, Stunner. Oh, the EFT, whatever it's called, right? EFT is called. See, we saw that a mile away. We saw that a mile away. Oh, the wrong tag team matchup. I just noticed that.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It was only about what, 5 minutes.
It was sweet, just the way we like it.
I mean, I kind of expected
Oh no,
Rick Boogs that to happen. So
Cameron Grimes, that quick victory.
yeah, like 3 seconds. Believe it or not, wasn't that his debut match in NXT?
Oh, it was.
One of his debut matches in NXT. Yeah, he beats him in like 3 seconds.
And now they're going to interview him backstage. Well, at least we were wondering what he was. He was at the moon, and he finally made his WWE turn because he was going to NXT for a while.
Yeah, he was in NXT for like 3 years.
Let's see who's going to be the new. That's who's going to be the new feud with him, unless Corbin is going to continue feuding with him. Personally, I think when JBL came out, I think I would have had JBL bring in to the moon.
To the moon.
Oh, okay. No one interrupt him. All right. No one interrupt him. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. We got the Usos come up next. I like to always keep an eye on the back of the hallway for Easter eggs.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen with Solo Sikoa?
Man, I would love to know, man. That's the $1 million question. Is I would love to know what's going on with Solo personally. When is it's gonna? They're protecting him like no tomorrow. Not taking pins, feeling like he's a super big deal. Is he gonna Roman? I think that's gonna be for Cody, maybe, because they they're building Cody up big time. Solo and Roman, man, that's another one there. That'll be a hell of a match because I don't think Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is ever coming back. I don't think wrestling is 53-year-old. If you heard that interview from John Cena, his body hurts. He would love to continue to wrestle, and John Cena, I believe, is in much better shape than Rock or whatever the case is. I know Rock is a specimen. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be tough there. What's going? Okay, he goes. Boots is gonna turn heel. Victor. We got Button in there, so let's get Button. Did you hear? You didn't hear that? Yes, Ted DiBiase's back on Legends contract. Indeed, I'm glad you mentioned that. DiBiase is returned as the Legends contract, so we know. I'm gonna leave that to you, Samurai. When Cameron Grimes debuted, who was his manager? What title did he hold?
Ted DiBiase, of course. Which, I think
$1 million title.
I think it could work if you put Ted DiBiase with Ted DiBiase, make a statement out of it. Ted DiBiase, Cameron Grimes, I didn't say Baron Corbin,
You mentioned Corbin. Waiting for you to there. I think I will have Ted DiBiase. I would have Corbin reach out to DiBiase and DiBiase and Grimes finished well. Where he took I remember would have DiBiase being cordial by Baron Corbin, help him get on his money or like, and then JBL interferes or helps Grimes there, and you could still keep a couple legends. You don't have to bring them every night, every week on Raw or SmackDown. Just set up that feud there with a little nostalgia with some of the legends, and I think that will help these guys storyline wise to get them over. One is Filthy Yasi, and then you have Grimes money on cryptocurrency. If you know his backstory from NXT, it's from crypto, and also JB was a hell of a stocks and bond type of guy. One of them, and of course, you had Martin winning I believe in what in Vegas, he won some slots or whatever the case was. Will that will be a storyline there too.
Karen Cross.
Oh, Karrion Kross called out A Styles. But Karrion Kross got to start beating some of his wrestlers, though. I mean, he's calling them out, wrestling with them, and he's taking wins. I mean, I know everyone wants to see Scarlett, but I mentioned Karrion's got to start winning some matches.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't like to look at Scarlett, though? I mean, realistically, I feel like
on Raw. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like Karen could go for the United States Championship. Who has not appeared on the show yet? Yeah.
Theory.
He hasn't been on the show at all. Not since last week. Not this week, at least.
He probably has a couple days off. Oh,
there's like almost 40 minutes of SmackDown left.
Wow, this show is pretty fast. That's why everyone's like, "Oh, 2 hours should be 2 hours." It goes too quick. It's like there's not a happy medium. 2 hours goes a little straight. Oh, we got the NXT Tag Team Champions on fire. Nice done. This came out of nowhere. I didn't know if this wasn't advertised.
Nope. No, I don't think so.
Right, so we got an NXT Tag Team, and oh, look who's there! Wow, Julissa and Valentina. Good job, NXT. This is pure NXT. Oh man, guys, I know I'm marking out for the NXT talent because I go Tuesday nights. Jay goes Tuesday nights. I have a personal affiliation. I'm going tomorrow night NXT, so I'm a big NXT, if you want to call me that, or big NXT fan. I like to see Valentina Ferreira and Julissa. Go ahead, ladies. Julissa has come back from knee surgery. Oh, wow. She hasn't wrestled in NXT, right into SmackDown. So good job on her. So good job. She's the daughter of a Mexican wrestler, luchador, and now she's back. She turned her knee and she's back. Good to see her back, Valentina. Good job, man. Love it.
I don't agree with that. I don't think that he needs Cross doesn't need a stable.
Okay.
Cross
what knees there? By on.
No, is this for the titles? I don't think it's for the titles. Is it?
They say. But you know what? It could be an NXT title match. Yeah, because they could take the titles back to NXT. Here's Valentina. Valentina now gets slammed.
Valentina Ferreira.
Now I know
Leon.
Valentina has some issues with Elektra Lopez and her protege Valerie Arena, aka Lula Vice. Oh, here's definitely. Oh, this is gonna be a quick match.
Yeah.
The Glory Bomb. So the ladies are done.
Another quick tag team match, like for real.
Another quick tag team match. But the NXT Tag Champions look phenomenal. They look. You know what? Debut for the ladies because they're the ones that were drafted. They went and got a good squash match. Good old-fashioned squash match on the hands of Valentina and Julissa. But good for Julissa, though. Coming back from her injury and getting there and debuting on Friday Night Smackdown for Julissa. You know what? Very proud moment for Julissa. Very good job for her hard work. I saw her training her butt off from that knee injury, and great to see her on there tonight. Good job there. New tag champions win. Something happened. Liv is so Liv is done.
What was her injury?
Supposedly a concussion. Oh, shoulder. So we have fatal 4-way team title. So we don't know who's gonna win this. Raquel's gonna have a mystery partner in 2 weeks from now. Rocky and Gizzler. Of course, you're gonna have Eve Sky team up with Bailey, no Dakota, and of course you're gonna have Sony and Miss Chelsea Green. Big news there. They should have.
Okay, wait, that doesn't make any sense because like it's gonna be on Raw, or is it gonna be? Wait a minute. Yeah,
It's
gonna
on
be
Raw.
Raw.
It's gonna be the Monday. It's gonna be the month 2 weeks from now. That means that's that Monday from because remember, we're not gonna send it to Night of Champions because they barely could put like maybe 1 or 2 card matches in Saudi Arabia due to religious custom, which they have respect. They're in a different country, and you get respect. So they're gonna showcase women better on Raw. So I think that was a little bit conservative, and also respect to Saudi Arabia. I see it.
Yeah, but like I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, but I'm saying is like SmackDown. I mean, Bailey and Io are SmackDown superstars, so they can't. They should be able to be on Raw.
Okay, they're planting dissension. Oh, they talk about the U champion. Here it comes.
Did you hear what I said? And tell me if that makes sense.
What's that?
I
didn't. Repeat that again.
Bailey and Io are SmackDown superstars, so they can't be on Raw. They don't. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I guess they're number 1 contenders. They are allowed to when it's for a title. I mean, I know they're gonna. I know that wrestling shows busted open. They're gonna criticize that because La Greca has an axe to grind on WWE. It seems like even though they invite him to Tommy Dreamer hates WWE because if he got fired. The only one that actually talks good about WWE there is Bully. Not even good. He calls it as it is. But my point is they're going to have a feast with that. They're already complaining about WWE breaking rules with the draft. Why the hell have a draft? If this shows up on this show and that goes on exclusive, like you can't go on, boo. I think it's a title. It's a tournament. You're allowed to enter. When you go to a sport tournament, I know you play baseball or basketball. I know you play that. If they invite you to a tournament, in let me use Detroit because Detroit is next, or in Indiana for you close to you, you're not gonna go to Indiana because I'm only gonna do a tournament in Ohio. I'm using demographics. You're gonna know where the tournament is invited. If they're gonna invite you to the world title tournament, I'm trying to use that magic, but anything goes. It's whatever the book wants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Like all the other
But
teams.
you made a good point.
Of course.
No, you made a good point. And isn't Island and aren't they Raw talents?
They are SmackDown talent.
No, because Katana and Chance are they also on Raw?
Yeah. I didn't really see who's in the tournament. I know it's who would be who would be a mystery partner though? Like if you think about it, because like what are they gonna do? Like tear away what's her name? Tear away Bailey, not Bailey, Dakota from Bailey and Io and put her with Raquel. I mean that wouldn't make any sense.
They were champions before.
I know. I was gonna say, although they have been champions before. I mean, they have good chemistry too. So.
Ooh, your microphone is really a little bit choppy there.
Oh, yours is too.
You're good. Yours good.
Well, it's the connections somewhere. The connections being weird, but yeah, I don't know. I would have to figure that one out. I'm gonna have to use my brain.
Who could team up with Raquel it's a show that you're back from Saudi Arabia. You're gonna have people eyeballing, picking up the product. Some of the wrestlers didn't go there. There's speculation. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it will happen. It's just me throwing a name out there for, and I don't know how that's gonna work. Just a one-off, and maybe Raquel start feud with that person. I don't know. I will bring back, Mandy Rose. Throw that name out there for she's back in Mandy run a Monday Night Raw. Like, whoa, Mandy, they have her back in WWE. She's could be that, or Tina Knox is not doing nothing. You could bring in Tina Knox to team up with her. That's a pretty crazy one because the team or tag team. You could always have a storyline down the line that Raquel and Tina are doing well, and she wants to come back and be, you took my spot. It could be a little dissension. I like what Victor says. Shotzi. Shotzi's another one. Shotzi. I would like Shotzi to hold tag team title, man. Especially with the way Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler are back, and they have finished business. Shotzi would love to get her hands on these two ladies. You know what? That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. I say if you want to surprise, be Mandy Rose. You got to do what's right. You could bring Mandy Rose back. Personally, I think she put in the stick. She did content behind a fan paywall. Not like Riddle, who's around there swinging his penis on social media where people screen grabbing and showing it. There's little kids that watch, Mandy, if you can't protect it, and he's paying $99 to see Mandy Rose in panties and what she's doing, and you get the pass, then something's wrong. You should be mad at that, not at the young. The kid is able to see that picture because you have to pay $10 to see that. But with Drew, it's totally free. He's doing this to be on Snapchat, and they're so that's the double standards. Fair. Bring Mandy back.
Yeah, I mean, I do think her and Tina are happy though. So
I'm happy that we didn't add Isa and yes, it would have been too quick for them. But I'm glad you mentioned that too. I said, and also I'm glad that Tana and Hayden Carter weren't in that either because they're the ones who are gonna take the pin. Maybe Chelsea wins it over. It's eventually going to happen. Chelsea's going to be a champion someday or another. She's friends with Sonya. Yes, they are. Very good friends. They have a business together. They sell donuts, and they have a donut business in California that they both are head of the business. They're partners. That'll be interesting. I wonder who's going to be Austin Theory's partner? I mean, opponent. Excuse me, not partner. Opponent.
Opponent for
he's calling out Sheamus. He's calling out Sheamus. Well, he's using that Cena thing. Oh, he's calling out Sheamus. So it's gonna be Sheamus and Theory.
Yeah, probably.
Here comes Sheamus. Nice. I like it. I kind of like it. I like it. I like Sheamus and Theory. I really, you know what? This is gonna be a match that I'm interested. I want to see this. Triple H is cooking here. Look, he's just as tall as Sheamus. Austin Theory, he's a little guy, but Austin Theory's a big dude. Sheamus a microphone. Fun. This is gonna be a good one. Oh no, he just kicked him. Oh, I love it. He just dropped the mic. Oh, that was a great moment, Sheamus. What a great moment. He just came in, kicked the crap out of Austin Theory, and dropped the mic literally and walked out of the room. One of the best moments there, Sheamus. Wow, that was great. Great psychology. Yes. Oh, Sheamus. That's what you call a banger after banger after bang promo. Sheamus. My goodness. Love it. Love this. Oh, here's Paul Heyman weaseling his way. Here's Paul Heyman. Here's the weasel.
The Guardians game's tied right now. It's like, what is it? It's 7-7.
I like Heyman. I'm Heyman. Ooh. The interest on that, Nia Jax, you know what? With Raquel, and she's been training too. She's been training with Mojo Raleigh in Florida. She's dropped weight.
Where is Mojo Rawley at? I haven't seen him in like many years.
He's wrestling in the Indies. Still wrestling in the Indies. Good friends with Nia Jax. They're wrestling. They're getting training. She's in great shape. From getting into wrestling shape, but I don't know. All right, so here we go. Mysterio main event time. Wow, this SmackDown has been going fast, but it's been tag team heavy. Talk about tag team heavy. Love it. I love it. I love it. If you don't like tag team wrestling, this is not a event for you. As it go, Mysterio comes out with his own music, okay, with Legado Fantasma Santos, who comes out with a mask. He always comes with a mask and removes it. Got my, you know what? I got my Rey Mysterio mask right behind me. Hold on, maybe I should. It's a little much. I should have put on my Mysterio mask.
The Latino World need to win. I mean, they haven't won anything since like last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. We need, be honest with you, Latino World Order. We need is Cruz and Wow to be ones to win something here. They haven't been winning. But Santo, you know what? I tell you one thing. Ever since coming in with teaming him with Ray, Santo Escobar look like he's having the best fun time in the main round, even taking some pain stuff, and I'm glad that away from the hit row feud, because it was kind of it wasn't kicking or not, and I love the fact that he looks happy and looks having fun. I don't know what to do with hit row. Do you know what to do? I do like the guy. I don't know if he's still injured. I don't know if he's still recovering from his injury, but man, I think he's the one that's got to get pushed. I don't like that. This doesn't. He don't talk.
Top dollar.
I don't like.
Top dollar or something.
I like Top Dollar. I think Top Dollar could really pushed into real. If he be the heel and stop the singing gimmick, he likes that, or the rapping gimmick. But be just like, yo, I'm done. I'm gonna beat you up like real. And I hate it because I get stereotyped as a Suge Knight character. But man, Top Dollar could really a force. He checks the boxes. He's big, strong. You know, he's got that look. You could be out there with a cigar, like a Godfather Harlem role. Man, I wish an MP will take under his wing. Just take him and Omos.
Whatever happened with aren't Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander free agents?
Believe so. I don't know if they're gonna bring back I don't know if they're gonna bring back the Hurt Business.
I think
they could always bring the Hurt Business. They could be an iteration, different with a Top Dollar and Omar, Sheldon Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. and you can keep the other. You know, you always keep the Adonis as well and be Fab. You have your female that her business. Make a group, you know, and you know they don't have to be Bobby Lashley. If Bobby Lashley don't want to be in a, I'm fine with that. You know, that's another group that you want to go there, and that's I'm vested in that. You tell me that there because you got MP who's going to help them get over Rowe, and I don't think Hit Row really got to get it over. They just look like they like the rent the cheap Mouse costume that is not Disney related Wish Shop the Fugees, like better than that. I know that they're better than that, especially Top Dollar's better than that. I know that. I know in some day there's a good wrestler that is just like, oh, menacing. That I know they're gonna pump up the crowd and get the crowd going, but the crowd's not feeling it. With the singing along with the Hit Row, they're feeling it. They're feeling it.
Hit Row needs to just go away.
No, they don't need to go away. I personally at first didn't like them. I'm gonna be totally honest. I didn't like. I thought they were like, who's this garbage? And you know what? I'm starting to look at them. They're booked wrong. They're wrong. They got a bad gimmick. They're wrong. They've got. Look, Fab. She's got something there. She's tall, thin. She's athletic. They got her in a better and they could push. She went through the whole NXT performance center. She could go. I'm not again the Adonis. I don't feel him much. If they're gonna want to drop one of them, it might be him. But damn, there's room for Top Dollar. His look, you can't that menacing giant look. I mean, you just got to stop with the smiling and dancing, the singing and the carnies and get them into that serious. I'm gonna go out there and be a menace. It will work. I'm telling you, Top Day. And I wasn't a big fan. You could see my videos. You could see we'll kill them when they will come out. I couldn't stand it. I was like, oh, please, we didn't even hire them. And now, months later, I kind of see the vision. I kind of see they're not being utilized correctly, in my opinion.
You know, I don't like the fact that the United States Championship is going to be defended next week on SmackDown when it should be on Night of Champions.
Well, let me tell you this. Do you, and again, nothing negative. Please don't take it negative. And if guys get offended what I'm going to say, I apologize now. I'm going to say it right now. But do you want your United States World Champion on television in America being defended? Or do you want where you in it cheers and boos, you know, the right way? Or do you want to go overseas, a country that we have friendly diplomatic relations with them, but they're not, we're not, Americans are not that welcome in that part of the country that well. That's the stereotype that they're feeding us here. We don't, I never been there, so I couldn't tell you true or not. But what the media feeds us. Do you want United States title defended on foreign soil where they really don't care and invest it or say?
No, I mean I understand why it's being defended on SmackDown, but I'm saying it's United Champions. But like,
I got you. So they should have changed into that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
They should have not. That's the wrong name for a premium live event outside of the country in Saudi. It's not gonna have all true champions at that card. I get that. That's more. I think that's what you're trying to bring up the conversation piece, and I agree with you on. There should have been a different name to that event. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, like realistically, you know, I like the format of what they're trying to do. It's like it's the United States Championship, so it should be defended on U.S. soil only, and the Intercontinental Championship is intercontinental, so therefore it should be defended in all 7 continents. If that makes sense.
That's what that title was made for, too. By the way, the Intercontinental title was for it to be around the world, around the continent, as the champion go to New Japan. That at those times it was made by Pat Patterson. When Pat Patterson had that thought of a title champion that will go all over the place. That's why that title was embedded there. But the United States title, yeah, I get it. But also Japan has a United States tag United States champion. You have to just necessarily make it an American country title. But you know, I know what you mean there. The aesthetics there. You're gonna have that ring enough to say the United States champion or the United States title match. They're gonna get booed. And that's what they're avoiding. So just don't have the match where you get open the door, get some boos. Well, Chris wants to know. So I missed on SmackDown. It is a heavy tag team. You missed Isla Dawn and Fire taking out Lisa and Valentina or woman. This has been a tag team heavy SmackDown. I don't think there's one singles match.
No, there hasn't been a one singles match at all, which is actually, like I said, it's a better concept because like Triple H wants to push tag teams, and we know Vince, really doesn't care for tag teams.
It's refreshing. It's extremely refreshing to see something different Friday night. And nobody thought. It was like, whoa, this took everybody for a swerve. This is a swerve of a SmackDown. Even if the match were whatever, or they were good. Nothing has really been like, oh my goodness. No, Nia Jax didn't return. We're throwing some names out this because we just found out the news. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what we show you. We just found out the news. Liv Morgan is injured, so they're going to have a tag team tournament for teams. Fatal 4-way. Was it a 4-way tag team tournament, Samurai?
Tag team Fatal 4-way.
4-way. Thank you. It's going to be, of course, going to be Io and Bailey one team. You're going to have Chelsea and Sonya Deville, Rousey and Baszler in the other, and Raquel is going to have a mystery partner. We've been speculating see who's going to be the mystery partner. I said it, it's going to be the night after they come back from, or a couple days after they come from Saudi Arabia. Sometimes last time they had some issues traveling from Saudi Arabia a couple years ago. They had to put a lot of NXT talent to wrestle. That's what they had the NXT invasion, because they didn't have enough talent come back. They had problems internet flight wise. They're protecting themselves with that. Could it be a return of a new wrestler like a man, returning wrestler like Andy Rose? I threw Rose name out there. We threw the name Shotzi. We threw the name out. Nia Jax. You saw the name there. We saw Finn Knox. We just put names out there who could be. That's all. So you're Raquel with Nia Jax as a tag team going up. They might not win, but you get the pop. But you have a program with Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey. Possibly, I think they're winning that title. Charlotte, it could be Charlotte, but Charlotte, I think, because her husband's going to return out back to all the wrestling now that they're going to make a Saturday only show for him for wrestling or not wrestling, and then they his name out there, which he didn't know. He was surprised. Now he's going to be working more, so maybe their time off, she returns back. Although I still think Charlotte's trying to become a mom. That's my opinion.
Charlotte's trying to become a mom.
I think she's trying to have a baby. The way she, it feels like she wants to embrace motherhood.
I don't know about that. I mean, sure, you make Rick happy, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, do you think she? I mean, do you think that's what she really wants to do?
The way I say that is when she won that title recently in January or for Rocky, and the way she was embracing the kids out on the crowd and going and hugging them, and you could see in her eyes, face, that motherly, like I want to be a mom. I want to hug my own and show that love, and it shows it rubs off as a woman that wants to be a mom. That's she's world champion, world class athlete, traveled the world, and she's married to her love of her life, and now it's like that one thing that those people miss, and it kind of seems like that.
Isn't I mean Andrade? Andrade is it's weird because he's not like he's not gonna be I know he really pushed it on Collision. I can tell you that right now.
I mean, I told you that already. I told you I'm telling you by Royal Rumble next year, possibly, or you're gonna see Andrade back at WWE. I mean, it's only a matter of time. It's when he could get out his contract. I don't think he doesn't want to be there.
You know he doesn't want to be there. It's written all over his facial expressions and his body language. That's why he kept getting into fights with Sammy Guevara.
He's been working extremely hard on his English. That's what led a lot to so why did WWE drop or released him if he's there with Ric Flair, if he was fiance to Charlotte, all that good stuff, is that he didn't have command of the English language. And one thing that was hurting Friday the Hilo is his promo skills. He had, I believe he had Selena Vega as a mouthpiece, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did.
That's something that you can see.
He had her as a ballet for a while, and then they broke them up. That was actually when Sin Cara was still in the company. So yeah, that was like 2021.
Yeah, and that's and now he's getting better with the English language. He's a great performer, great wrestler. They love him in NXT, and I think his return, and I think it's gonna be integral. He will be. I see him now that they're pushing LWO. You got Legal Fantasma, all three of you got Dominic, who's just commonly becoming a top-notch wrestler. Damian Priest. Don't be surprised if we get a little bit of a small run nostalgia here for Carlito. I wouldn't be surprised to bring Carlito back for a quick cup of coffee for a couple months here for one of the big premium international pay-per-views. Maybe for Money Bank in England, or if they're back in India. He is still older. Don't be surprised.
I mean, Carlito looked good for his what is he about 45 in his 40s?
He's in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, he looked like he was still in his 30s. But yeah, he's about I would say I think he's like 45 or 47.
Almost had a near fall on Jimmy Uso there. Rey Mysterio, House of Fire there.
Can you close your curtain, please?
Where's Lamario? Lamario just bounced. Hopefully his phone didn't die out, didn't burn up.
Hold on.
Here's a kid in the mix section. Oh, now there's been talk here, and I don't know how they got this bloodline situation, adding more members to the bloodline. Oh, here's a Pac Rock by Mysterio. Look at that. Okay, I see you, Sam Perez 2.0.
I mean, I would love to see. I wonder how they're gonna incorporate JD into Judgment Day.
I'm glad you mentioned. Thank you for mentioning him.
Although I do wish that they would just call him Jordan Devlin. I can't stand JD.
He doesn't want to. He wants to be called that. He wants to be called JD. It's from him. It's from him. It's from him. It's from him. I heard it from him. It's from him.
Oh, he actually told you that when he was in NXT.
Yeah. He wants to be that. Yeah. It's not. Yeah.
Well.
He wants that. Yeah.
His real name is actually Jordan Devlin, right?
He wants that McDonald's. He wants that. He wants to. I don't. It's hard to understand him with that his accent a little. But dude is an awesome dude. JD's phenomenal dude, man. Awesome dude, man.
Yeah.
Another guy that's awesome is Charlie Dempsey.
Charlie Dempsey.
He's gonna be a star. Be a star.
I don't like the fact that
running in Stanford.
The NXT crowd, they called him what was it? Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka.
I think that's very good. That's very disrespectful.
Off the top, hey, there's a lot of you see him on Breaker video.
What?
If you see my make a video I go into on that crowd. As an Instagram Escobar. Oh, Escobar the knee. Catch it. Who gets the pin? Who wins, you think?
I think
Oh, here we go.
Legato needs to win, but then they're building up the story between the bloodline and or they're building a story within the bloodline, with Roman and Solo and the Usos. So I think the LWO needs to get the win more than the Usos do.
Where did Mario go?
What?
Well, Mario among us. I don't think it's his time yet.
It's like 5 minutes.
This is awesome, chat. Yeah, this is. This is awesome.
I think the crowd is somewhat dead. They sound dead.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. There's been more. You know what? Pittsburgh is a snooze fest. All the match time they bought these to Pittsburgh, they've been a snooze fest. And I'm not. And sorry if you get offended from Pittsburgh. What a super kick Santos received. Pittsburgh, you're a boring crowd when it comes to watching SmackDown and Raw. You guys were dead. You had 3 opportunities, and all 3 you stunk it up. Crowd. And,
when they come to when SmackDown comes to Cleveland or Raw or SmackDown come to Cleveland, the Cleveland crowd always bring it.
They did a good job there, and also I remember that Tennessee crowd was terrible. That Nashville, Tennessee crowd was on the first Monday Night Raw of the year. They were dead.
Of course they were.
Last week they were good. Last week that was a good crowd too, where they were last week. That was a pretty good one. Here we go. So trying to set up for a win.
Jacksonville.
What's he gonna do?
I think it was Jacksonville.
Owens coming out. Kevin Owens coming. Kevin Owens is coming out. Like I don't want. Comes Sammy saying the other way. Yep. His aim pushed him. 619.
Legato needs to win more than Usos do.
619. Here we go. Oh, Santos with the splash. Thinks he's gonna get the pin. Yo, Edward gets the pin. Nice, good job. And the WO takes the victory. Kevin Owens laughing. So the interference from the tag team champions cost the former tag champions a match here. But here comes Solo. Watch Solo comes right from behind, blasts. You know what they said up here, right, Samurai?
What?
So Jimmy and Jay are gonna come to try to interfere in their tag team match. The way Kevin Owens to replay the favor.
Yeah.
And they're gonna cost if Kevin Owens and Sammy gonna retain is because the Usos are gonna make a mistake and hit them. Oh damn.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, like I said, the whole story is not the story is not Roman.
It's not clear cut.
The story is not Roman and Solo winning the titles. It's about the Usos and Solo and Roman.
It has. Oh wait a minute! The Yankees made a move. The Yankees acquired Greg Allen from the Reds, and they changed from a minor leaguer. Okay, so Greg Allen return goes to the Yankees. Interesting. All right, so your thoughts? I enjoyed this SmackDown. Believe it or not, I really enjoyed it due to the fact it was a team heavy. It was something different. It was something wasn't from the norm. Same matches. I loved this team turmoil here tonight. It was team heaven, and it was very heavy. And you know what? If you do this every so often, I'm good with this. You know what? I mean, not gonna be a one day. We're gonna get a SmackDown. Please, I'm for it.
I mean, next week is gonna be a good show too, even though it is taped. So
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good there. So I you know what? I'm gonna give this a B. It was the hours went by so fast. It didn't even feel we were on. It's this 2 hours and 50 minutes went fast, and I was entertained. I had a fun time. It was a good. None matches were boring. Something different. I guess the difference being the tag teams, it just kept me captivated. Didn't look at my phone. I didn't want to see what was going on Twitter just now. Just opened it up, and I just saw the message from he had technical difficulties too. So other than that, I really gonna say this was a good B show. I'll have the review tomorrow with Krista Flash and Mario tomorrow morning. But we had some good time. This was I can't complain. What's your thoughts on SmackDown before we
I like
say
it.
goodbye?
I always like SmackDown. SmackDown's always like, it's the A show, so to speak. It's the A show. That's what I call it. That's how I feel about it. I mean, like, SmackDown is better than Raw most weeks, and Raw's 3 hours.
Okay.
I mean, sometimes like this past Monday, the 3 hours went by quick though.
It did go fast. It go extremely fast. Excellent. This is our down watch along here. Again, there's a lot of content that I do. I know that sometimes I tend to neglect a little bit of the rest of the world due to the other live watch alongs I do with baseball, and then we had the basketball season concluding and the winter sport concluded. Try again to continue the Heal the Ring podcast to give more content on it. I understand that you guys like it as well. Like the feedback as well. It's just hard to get a co-host that's consistent that will come on with camera. So I know you guys want to see and talk, and that's the reason why the Heal the Ring gets called hold off. But we'll be getting stronger, better than ever. There's a lot of wrestling, especially next week. We're going to be busy with a lot of wrestling, but we enjoy it. Thank you guys for writing in the chat. We appreciate everyone that wrote in the chat. I acknowledge you, everyone in the chat. You did a phenomenal job. Of course, from Chris the Flash, we had Buttons, we had Victor, we had so many people in the chat there. Jack Michaels, we had Clarkson, we had Maul. Thank you so much there, Miss Rosa. Appreciate you guys joining us. We really, really love it. Seeing everyone there. So we'll have a review on it, and we'll do a review. And just stay tuned when you Heal the Ring. We'll have you guys here. We really appreciate this program is not done without anyone watching. The unexpected thing, yeah, you know what? I'm glad for your thoughts there. The unexpected ending, and the whole show was decent. It was different. Hunter's doing a lot of unexpected stuff lately. You know what? And at the moment, we might not like it or not understand it, but you know what? At the end of the day, the payoff is coming. At least with him, there's going to be a payoff, and that's what I like about Hunter. So we'll be reviewing this. We'll have Krista Flash and Mario come afternoon and talk about wrestling. We're going to
Jim Brown, Brown's fame died, I guess, today at like age 87.
Yes, Brown. Yes, we mentioned that in the start of it. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I really didn't.
Yeah. He passed away at 87.
I thought I saw it on Twitter, but I wasn't sure if what I saw was on Twitter or something else. But I mean,
yes,
hey, he is legendary.
Absolutely, and also superstar Billy Graham. Billy Graham. I'll talk a little more again about him tomorrow as well. I got to see Billy Graham in his theater in the mid '80s after he returned again back to WWE. He's supposed to come on at SummerSlam, got injured with his hip, and then came back in a gimmick that wasn't so hot there. Superstar Billy Graham, another one, a pioneer in wrestling. What he gave with his real quick with his promos. A lot of folks took his gimmick, pick up a pump. Jesse the Body Builder, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, also Dusty Rhodes, the way he talked, and there were so many wrestlers that took from Superstar Billy Graham's gimmick and unappreciated or a contributor to wrestling business was Superstar Billy Graham. May he rest in peace. With that said, guys, thank you again. I like buying. We appreciate. Thank you, man. You guys did this fun show. Lamario, thank you, Lamario, Heel, Samurai. Thank you, like always. You're always a staple. Thank you for coming aboard. And we always, if you ain't down with Heal the Ring podcast, always got 2 words. Just subscribe. Have a blessed night.
Awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up!
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might grab a bat, I don't know, my rap, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you gon' wish you was just a fuck up real bad.
Shut up! Be the villain! And I have no problem at all, because I couldn't care less. If you like me or not, I'm here for success. And there's no one more successful than Grayson Waller.
Yeah! Let me talk to you! War Games.